The provider portal will also allow you to take two forms of payment from the patient if necessary. So that could be two different credit cards, or it could be a credit card and e-check, or a couple of checks, which would be a little unusual. But let me show you how to do that. So starting from the point where you've already entered in which hearing aids they've selected, we'll go to continue to purchase. It shows you your purchase agreement. The patient will agree to that. We'll continue to payment. So first we'll pay with a credit card. So same thing, you use the name of the patient or whoever is on the credit card. Enter the expiration date. Enter the security code. And then in this case, the payment amount, we're not going to pay the full balance. Let's just pay, let's pay $700 of that. We could change our billing information if we wanted, but we don't need to. Let's take that payment. Okay, that credit card transaction was successful. We can see the already paid amount is $700 and the balance remaining is $295. So now if we try to submit the order, let's try and do that. It's going to tell you that you haven't paid the full balance. So you can take their payment, but unless they pay for the full amount of it, you're not going to get the purchase order and you're not going to be able to order those hearing aids. So let's go ahead and try and pay the rest with an e-check. All right. We're going to enter in what kind of account number it is, or excuse me, what account type it is, which is checking account. We'll enter in the account number. We'll enter in the routing number. And then the payment amount. And we're going to pay the rest of the balance using this e-check. And when you pay with an e-check, you don't need to physically take possession of a check from the patient. You'll just enter in the information and that will serve. Right. And we have, remember on e-checks, you need to agree to the terms and then you can take payment. Okay, now we can see that that amount was paid, all right, so 700 plus the 295 that we just entered. So the balance remaining is 0. So now we can submit that order. All right, and we got this PO number, which means we were successful. And now you can order those from the manufacturer. I'm going to close this out, and I just want to show you one more thing, and that's where you can see a history of the payment transactions for a particular person. And generally you won't use this, but it's good to know that it's there. So from the dashboard screen, we're instead going to go to all appointments. And I'm going to look at the patient that we processed the e-check for, just the e-check, because I caused an error to occur, so I wanted you to be able to see that. So this is our patient that we did an e-check for, and you'll go to this transactions button, and I'm just going to press that. And this will be the whole payment history for that patient. And it's in order ascending with the latest on top. So the first thing that happened was this was an error that I intentionally caused so you could see it, where the transaction didn't go through. And I did that again. And then you see where it finally went through. And you can see it was approved. And this is where it shows you the error codes too, in case you need to look that up. And I'll show you one other, and that's the one where we took two payments for, that was on Henry Adams. So again, we're just going to press the transaction button. And here's the history for that. The first thing we processed was the credit card for $700, and it was approved. And then we processed the e-check for $295, and that was approved. So that's how you're going to process e-checks and credit cards for your patients. If you'd like to learn about financing, there's another video related to how you can process a financing transaction.